Relationships, the romantic kind. I had my fair share of relationships. I lived together multiple times, got married, but also got divorced. And I learned one thing, and that's follow your gut and your heart. They know what's best for you. Falling in love is easy, and you should enjoy every single moment of it. It's a great experience, and you need to really, get into it. But if it fades away and those things happen, and you start doubting the relationship or the person you're with, that's when you need to listen to your heart and your gut, and you need to end the relationship as soon as possible. Because every single day you're waiting, you're not just holding yourself back from the next experience in life, but you also are holding another person hostage in a relationship you actually don't want to be in. And honestly, there are some relationships that I was in and it went on too long because I was afraid to hurt the other person's feelings. And what I also did was unconsciously sabotaging the relationship by behaving in a certain way, hoping that she would draw the conclusion and actually end the relationship, which didn't happen. So not only did the relationship take longer to end, it also delivered a lot of frustration back and forth, because I did something that kind of upset her in the hope she would end the relationship, and she didn't. So you can see this is a very unhealthy mechanism. But I'm not saying that you should end the relationship, the very moment you experience, I would say, some resistance. Of course, you need to fight for it and do everything possible to get back the spark you once felt. But if you really come to the conclusion that he or she is not the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, that's perfectly fine, and you should end the relationship. So if we then talk about moving in together or getting married, so I was married once, and we went pretty fast at it. I knew her for like half a year, and then we decided to get married. And I'm not regretting that we went so fast, but also not regretting the fact that I aborted the mission and stopped the process. And then when I met later on a second person, which I got married to, we also went fast. We knew each other for a couple of months before we decided to get married. And again, no regrets. We had a marriage for 12 years, which brought forward 2 kids. So, but the point is, some people go like, yeah, wasn't it too fast? And are you not going at too high of a speed? But you don't know. You could spend years and years with a person and come to the conclusion it's not great, or you should get married. But you also know that, like, I don't know, after a couple of months. And I'd rather go fast and then learn if it works than not trying it and spend time. So I know people that are in a relationship for many years and not sure if it's the right person. Well, I think that's not great, because you're holding yourself back and you're just in a relationship for the sake of a relationship, but it's not actually fulfilling, and you're not making each other very happy. So I would say go after it wholehearted the very moment you feel that this is the right person for you. That said, you need to have an exit strategy. What I mean by that is, people are so good at entering a contract and a relationship, especially when you're living together or a marriage. It is a contract, but we don't think about how we can get out of it. And you want to do that before you go further. Actually agree who's going to do what, who's going to get what, especially when you're living together and rent an apartment or bought a house, and not wait for that until the moment the relationship ends. So what I would like to say, if to my teenage kids or my younger self, go after relationships, enjoy, love, be happy. don't be afraid to make a commitment when you feel it's right, but have an exit strategy for the very moment that your feelings change or situation change. Because at the end of the day, at every phase in your life, you have different needs. And it also means that you have a different wants and needs for your partner. If you're, I don't know, 16 years old, you need a different type of partner than when you're 40. And sometimes partners, your 16-year-old partner evolves and grows with you, and you can grow all together. But if you're growing apart or at different clips of speed, which can also happen, then just realize that you're not meant to be for each other right now at that moment. Set each other free if that happens. Don't be afraid to be alone again, because you will find new love, but you only are able to find new love when you're willing and able to let go of what you have right now. And it's just the most honest thing to do for yourself, but also for the other person.